Man, I I felt really inspired today, and I felt like I needed to make this video. I wanted to make a budgeted deck profile for new players. In my last video, I did a vlog about the Critical Blow set box opening, and someone in the comments say, "Hey, I'm new to the game, and I'm just now getting into Critical Blow." And I told him, I said, "Hey, I'll make a video, a deck profile, a budgeted version for you and anybody else who's coming into the game." This is a budgeted deck with some cards from previous sets, like 2 or 3. But my teammate TZ always say he plays with cards from the set. I don't have the SCR from Critical Blow, but I did make Red SH Gohan for you guys. I made a budgeted version for you guys for y'all to understand how the deck works. My teammate Trenton let me play his full power version last Saturday at practice at Heroes Collectibles. And I learned a lot about this deck. So here's my version of it. Obviously, it will be tweaked up. It actually would be literally a copy of my teammate's deck, because that his version of the deck is really good. I learned a lot about it going against. He played Hedo, Red Hedo, which I need to talk to y'all about Red Hedo. Don't sleep on their deck either, even though Jamere is slowly coming up, but don't sleep on Hedo. Anyway, I'm gonna show you guys his deck profile, and we're gonna start.
I'm just up in my sway. Stay in my bag, I got plenty for days. Chief and that Zod don't come with no haze. Jewelry all on me, it's wet like a tray. Addicted to pay. No, all the steppers, no kid in the play. Look at my team, see all of us made. Came a long way for minimum wage. Hey.
What's going on, y'all? MVU7 here, back with another video, and today we're gonna be doing a budget deck profile for Red SH Gohan, or Red Gohan Superhero. And I just want to show you guys just the basics of it. Now, this is literally 90% of these cards are made from the set. But before we start, be sure to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe, because we're on the road to 1K. Y'all, we are at 991 subs. I need 9 more people. 9 more subs before December. I made a promise that I would get to 1K before the year ends. And we were at 9. But I've been getting a lot of messages and comments saying, I like your stuff is great. I enjoy your YouTube videos. And that's encouraging, and that means a lot. Even on Untap. So thank y'all. All right, let's get down to this. All right, guys. So here is the Son Gohan superhero deck profile. Honestly, I want to just show you guys how this deck works in the set. And of course, this video goes out to new players who are now getting into the game, or getting into the Critical Blow, BT22. Alright, so we have Son Gohan here, right? Very basic. When his card attacks, you draw 1 card. If your life is at 4 or less, or your opponent has a red Pan superhero card in play, draw 2 cards, then add cards from your life to your hand until you have 6 life left. Now, this is pretty cool too. You have Son Gohan Unfiltered Power. Auto. Once per turn, when your red Son Gohan superhero or Piccolo card attacks, draw 1 card. Auto. At the end of your turn, choose up to 1 of your red Piccolo superhero cards and switch to active mode. Auto. Once per turn, when your Piccolo Power Beyond Awakening activates a blocker or is removed from a battle area by opponent's skill, at the end of the turn, add cards from your life to your hand until you have 4 life left, and play up to 1 Red Son Gohan SHG leader from your Z deck on top of this card, which is basically this guy here. This is your Z leader playing on top. Next, we have Pan Glitz of Strength. Permanent. This card can only attack or be used in a combo if your leader is a red Gohan. So basically, it stays on your opponent's side of the field. When this card is played from your hand, you draw 1 card. So if you actually want to play another one, then you make sure you have it set. Next, we have Pan, Determined Young Girl. When this card can only attack or be used in a combo if your leader is a red Gohan SH card, right? And we'll get to that. There's a certain Z card here, which lets you play it on your opponent's side of the field. When this card is played from your hand, look at the top 4 cards at the top of your deck. Add up to 1 red battle card energy cost of 5 or less, and superhero and the character name to your hand, then shuffle your deck. Now with super combos, and this is what I mean by tweaking up. Now I put the 4th Raditz saying you in to basically show you guys what it would look like when you start to make this deck full power, right? But we have 3 Videl dedicated mothers, like 4 or less, draw 1 card, and you have the Raditz saying you bottom deck 1 and you draw 2 cards. But basically, you run 4 of the Raditz saying youths, and it's just, take these out. Next, we have 3 Broadly Crown Retributions. This is from the previous set, but like I say, 90% of this deck is made from the current set. We run 3 of these. This is to make sure you look at your opponent's hand and take 1 card with 20k power or less. A battle card to be exact. And make sure they have 2 or more energy. Such an iconic card. Next, we are running Super Saiyan Son Gohan All Out Explosion. He's a deflect unique barrier. When this card is played, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with 15k power or less. Or, no, what's it? 15k power or less and KO it. Activate main. If your opponent has a red paying super card in play this card from your hand. Next, we have Son Gohan Ultimate Power of Legend. Is EX Evolve, energy cost of 3. If your opponent has 2 or more energy, when this card is played, you draw 1 card. Switch this card to active mode. Play up to bestow power from your deck with the skills negated for the turn. So basically, you would swing with All Out Explosion, right? I love this game. And then you EX Evolve, right? And once you EX Evolve, by the way, I don't know if you guys have SH's figure arts, but I have my Gohan SH figure art here. Yeah, boy. And then you EX Evolve and you restand them and to active mode. And you get to play up to 1 bestow power from your deck with skills negated. Then shuffle your deck. Then you swing with that Piccolo bestow power and restand it. Next, we have Super Saiyan Son Gohan and Pan Strong Father and Daughter. It is a blocker. It is an activate battle. So if your leader is a red Gohan superhero and you choose one of your Pan's cards with energy cost of 1, then add to your on his hand, play this card. So your leader is swing, activate battle, tap 1, and you tap 1 red energy, add the Pan to your hand, and then play this. It's a 24k blocker. Next, we have Piccolo with a new student. It is a blocker. When this card attacks, use up to 1 Sand or Earth card, both mono red with 5k combo from your drop in a combo with its skills negated for the turn. So it's like the Android 17 from the Evoker, where you combo up to 2 multicolor cards with 5k power. And it's also limit 1. You can play this with 1 energy. There's another blocker. Now, this is one. Now, you definitely need to get 4 of these. I thought I had another one. I'll just get one this weekend for my team. But yeah, you definitely want to run 4 of these. But right now we got 3. Piccolo Style Power is a blocker. When he is played, you next him by 20k. And if you have 3 more energy, you get to play this card from your hand. And we got the Piccolo Power Beyond Awakening. It's a blocker. It's a you evolve it on the Piccolo. Any of these Piccolos, you can evolve it on energy cost of 4. Well, not the student one. That's energy cost of 3. But you evolve it on top of this one. When this card is played, draw 1 card and switch this card to active mode. So it's just like the other Piccolo, like I said, the Gohan. You swing, bam, and then you evolve it. So it's a little aggro to it. But if you have a Son Gohan Beast War in play, you can switch this card to rest mode. Your opponent can't activate blockers for the turn. And there are a lot of blockers out these days, so be careful. And this is actually one of my favorite SRs. Shout out to my teammate trying to hook me up with these. We have Son Gohan Beast War. So it's dual attack. Auto limit 1. If you have a special beam cannon, which we'll get to that, special beam cannon, inherited power in your battle area, and this card is attacking. When your opponent activates a counter skill, choose up to 1 of your opponent's leaders, and it gets minus 5k power for deterrent. Activate main limit 1. You tap 2 ray energy, and if your leader is a Raze Sand card, you have 4 more energy. You play this card from your hand and choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards, and it gets negative 30k power for the turn. It's very generic. I mean, I want to run this in Ray U7 Goku. I'll just keep it in the deck that it is in now. Next, we have Focus Barrage. This card is really bad, but just for the set, I'm just learning how to play it. But I will be working on this deck. I enjoyed the movie, and I actually enjoyed these cards and the artwork on it. But Focus Barrage says, for each of your battle cards with superhero and his character's name, reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 1. Limit 1, if your leader is a red Son Gohan SH card, draw 1 card, then choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards, and it gets minus 30k power for the turn. It would have been better if it was activate battle. It was like an Empress Death Beam, but just a lower version of it. Next, we have 2 Testing Oppositions. You don't get these in the current set, but I highly recommend it. You can also use these for after image as well. With this one is a blocker negate. Life is at 5 or less. You can play this and play a token. So you put this card in the drop, and I use this one as a token. I use these guys as tokens. So you can use any or Pokemon cards. You can use them as tokens as well, and they gain blocker. And then we have Super Saiyan Sun Gohan defeating the demon. If your lead card is red, you play this card for each Z energy. Reduce the energy cost. Well, for each Z card in the cost of Z cards in your leader area and battle area, reduce the energy cost of this card you hand by 1. And of course, when he is played, you get to choose one of your opponent's battle cards and minus a 20k power for the turn. And he's a unique double strike and blocker. Literally a tank. So, but that's it for the battle cards, and now it's time for the Z cards. We do have Sun Gohan Awakening to Beast, his double strike Z Awakening. When your life is at 3 or less, raid Sun Gohan SH card. If you place one card from your Z energy in your drop, when this card is placed in the leader area, place up to one special beam cannon inherited power from your Z deck in the battle area. And when this card attacks, draw one card, and at the end of your turn, choose all of your red Piccolo's cards and switch them to active mode. So one thing that's cool about this is that, so you have the Gohan here, right? And you want to go into, you have to be successful with having the Piccolo down, and then you will play this on top, right? So Gohan did states, he says that when your Piccolo Power Beyond Awakening, which is the one we need here, is literally is removed from the battle area. If it activates blocker and is removed from a battle area by opponent's skill, and in your turn, you get to literally just play this on top. So it's really cool stuff. Really cool. It's a fun deck. I enjoyed Trenton's build. I definitely look forward to building that. But it's gonna be pretty expensive, but we'll make it through. Next we have a special beam cannon inherited power, right? It's activate battle. If your red Gohan SH is attacking, you remove this card from the game. Choose it to one of your opponent's battle cards with 35k power or less, get no embarrass and KO it. So it's definitely Empress Step Beam. Choose it to one of your red Sun Gohan Z leaders. It gets plus 20k power for the battle. Then remove it from the game at the end of the turn. Choose up to one of your red Sun Gohan SH cards energy costs with original power of 30k or more, and it gets 15k power and double strike for the battle. So basically, special beam cannon inherited power would be tweaking up the beast for it, because original power is 30k. So, and he's double strike, so he's a double strike dual attack, and that's when he's on the field too. So it's a nice little, it's just a great tech. Very unique with red. Next we have the battle with the Red Ribbon Army. If your leader is a red Sun Gohan SH card and you have 2 or more energy, when this card is placed in the battle area, play up to 1 Sun Gohan All-Out Explosion from your deck and put up to 1 pan. So the All-Out Sun Gohan Explosion is a card you must play that. Just so you can start the, basically start your game. So he's unique, deflect, and barrier for a reason. And with the pan that we playing, you could play either one, but we always play this one. This one will be a search one, right? Next we have Sal Max Event of Despair. He's a barrier blocker. When this card attacks, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, gets minus 15k power for turn. Auto once per turn if it's your turn. When one of your card skills is reduced, when this card skill power is reduced to 0 or less, switch this card to active mode. It's very clunky. I would always recommend running SS4 Goku is a better one. But he's just here just for you guys to know how to play it. And then next we have Vidal, Daughter of the World Champ. She is unique, and if there is one or more red early cards in your Z energy, when this card attacks, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with 15k power or less and KO it. And this card gets plus 15k power for the turn. Nice little attack. But that's it. So that is it for the budgeted deck profile for Red Sun Gohan Superhero. Now, the question is this. Are you guys planning on building every single deck within the Critical Blow set? Or are you guys working on older decks to make it adapt to the new set? And how do you feel about Red Gohan? Or Red Sun Gohan? Or Red Sun Gohan Superhero? I want to know in the comments. I'm FNU7. Have a great day. And remember, the Lord loves you. Bye.
Most relevancy held within these words.
Wait, before you go, make sure to follow FNU7 on Instagram at FNU7Glover. Bye.
And this bitch going crazy.